What's going on YouTube? Chris from Out West with Chris, and I'm here to do another BattlBox unboxing. This is mission 31. I haven't been on the forums much recently because I've been fishing like crazy. In fact, it's about 10:30 and I just got done fishing about an hour ago. Saw this sitting on my doorstep and I couldn't resist filming this now. My lighting probably sucks, but oh well. Couldn't resist opening this up. I have no idea what's inside except for maybe one item, but even with that, I'm not positive. All right, so let's cut to the chase and see what's inside. I'm really hoping that this is a good box full of useful gear. It's definitely heavy and it's pretty big. And here's the sit rep card right on the top. It says CWPP box, Community and Wildfire Protection Plan. Sit rep is emergency fire prep. That's interesting. Looks like the sit rep card has some pretty interesting facts and stuff like that on it. 23% of household fire deaths have smoke alarms that did not work or sound. On average, 1.2 million acres of woodland burn each year. You know, I'm surprised it's not more than that, actually. I live out west, as my name would say, out west with Chris. And we constantly have fires out here. I mean, there are fires all the time. If you live anywhere from Colorado west and even other areas as well, you know, the threat of wildfire is a real threat. You know, where I live in the suburbs, it's not really a big issue for me, but I've seen the mountain that I look at, you know, on a daily basis, Mount Diablo. It's not huge, but they call it a mountain. Mount Diablo. I've seen several occasions where that has just lit up in flames, and houses and home structures, all sorts of stuff have been destroyed or damaged. I don't think in these fires anybody has ever been killed, but you know, that is not all too uncommon either. So some sort of prep for you know, fire preparedness is applicable, and especially this time of year. This is right when, you know, things are at the peak, it seems like. In fact, the last week or so, the area I lived in has been socked in with smoke, and you know, it makes breathing difficult. It was, you know, 100 and something degrees and smoke just thick in the air from all of the wildfires in our area. So this is interesting. It just, first glance, it doesn't look like there's a lot of stuff in this box. I'm seeing 4, 6, 7, 8 items. So hopefully the value is there. They're saying for the Pro Plus, the value is $324 and you pay $150. So let's go ahead and take a look. Let's start with the basic box. The cost, as you guys all know, is $25. They're saying the value on this is $59.88. We shall see. The first item is here. And this is interesting. Water gel burn kit. The value on this is $25. Okay, so this is like a little first aid kit for burns, it appears. Stops the burning process, cools. Okay, this is kind of cool. These are burn dressings. This is really interesting. So you have this packet of water gel burn dressing. Then you have something called Burn Stop, a water gel product. It's a sterile gel soaked burn dressing. So another burn dressing. And then a whole bunch of little items as well. Antibiotics, burn gel, analgesic, I can't say that word. Just some medical supplies. So this is like an all-inclusive burn kit. Something like this can stay in a like a more complete medical kit. If you guys have a larger medical bag, for first aid emergencies, that this could definitely go in there. Something like this would actually be interesting to put into a car kit in case you came upon a car wreck. Occasionally car wrecks will result in car fires, and sometimes people can get burned pretty badly. So having something like this in your car could be very useful. Having it in a first aid kit part of your bug out bag could be useful as well. And maybe just a home readiness, like a fire readiness type, something. That could be totally useful. I think that's actually going to be the highlight of this box. Like, if I sit and think, like, okay, I have smoke detectors, but like it said, not always do they work. I have some fire extinguishers throughout the house, in the kitchen. I have one in my laundry room. I don't have any upstairs, but maybe this is the start of a home fire preparedness kit. I like it. I like that a lot, actually. Okay, the next thing is this right here, and this is called Ready Mask. And I don't really want to open it because I want to keep it, but it is a mask essentially that you seal to your face, and it's got an anti-fog eye shield, substantially protects against viruses, bacteria, spores, allergens, mold, dust, debris, insulation, pepper spray, pollution, smoke particles, and hazardous particles. So something like this, if there was a wildfire really close to you, you guys might not know, but those fires put off a ton of ashes, and there's just so much particulate matter in the air. And if you're close to one of those, having something like this for you and your family could be really useful. A value on this item is $9.99. I don't know. That seems like it's probably reasonable. The next item is from Wagon Tech. It's the Fred light. So this is some sort of like signaling light, 360 degree visibility, crush proof, rain proof. It floats. It's got a magnetic base. It's got a flashlight built in, batteries included. So this is kind of like a signaling device. This is cool. I like this item. If I can figure out how to open it, I'll like it even more. I've never really seen anything like this. Oh, there's the flashlight. Not super bright. Whoa. Look at that. That's bright. That's really cool. Okay, so it's got different patterns for blinking. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, something like this would be great in a vehicle if you had a roadside emergency, like a vehicle flare type setup. You have a roadside emergency, it's magnetic, so you could stick it on your car. You can, set it up on the road surface itself, blinking. Let people know that, hey, there's something up ahead. Watch out. The SITREP card says that, using it as a locator beacon in the event you're trapped in a house fire. Not a bad idea. Pretty cool item, actually. I really like this. I see this as being way more probably practical use to put into your car, into your car kit. I like this a lot. The value on it is $15. I didn't see that, and I'm actually quite surprised that it's only $15. I was expecting like 25. So that's pretty cool. All right, the next item I think is a great idea, and this is a fire-resistant document bag. Holds legal-sized documents, protects valuable documents from fire. That's pretty cool. I have a safe, and it has a fire rating on it. But in all reality, everything in my safe would probably get destroyed if I did have a house fire. So I keep some cash on hand. I have some other, important documents that I keep in my safe. But to be able to put them in this, oh, that feels really heavy duty. To be able to put them in this and have a little bit more peace of mind in the safe or outside of the safe, that's cool. I like this. This is a $10 value. Definitely something I've never thought about, but something that, you know, I could totally see myself picking up another one of these. Not something I would have ever thought about, but it totally fits in with the theme. None of this stuff is really flashy. No pun intended. But I can see a use for pretty much everything. Let's move on to the advanced box. You get 2 items in the advanced box plus what was in the basic box. The cost to you is $50. They're stating the value is $114. The first item, okay, is another fire mask. This one's a $40 value though. Comes in a pretty cool case, if nothing else. The fire mask is not to be used to fight fires. Must be stored in its original unopened and unused box until needed for escape. Periodically checked the integrity of the package. It's for single use only for 60 minutes. Must never be reused. So that's interesting. And then there's some gloves in here. Fire gloves. All right, they look like kind of like a mechanic's glove. So what's the deal on this? Let me see what BattlBox has written. It's kind of an interesting looking product. Looks like it doesn't matter if you have a beard, it will seal your whole face. And it has a filter on it, so it sounds like, or looks like it should be able to filter out the smoke in the air if you were ever in a fire. Like a building fire. The Fire Mask RPD60 kit is I can't talk today, it's too late. Is an excellent emergency hood, respirator, and mask device that is a bit of an upgrade to the Ready Mask. It is designed to give you up to 60 minutes of protection from smoke and carbon monoxide, which should be plenty of time to escape a smoky building. This particular kit also includes a pair of fire gloves that can withstand temperatures up to 300 degrees Fahrenheit. That's cool. The value on this one item is $40. It's kind of a cool kit. I like how they have it in this little case. So, you know, it can go, oh my gosh, gotta fit it back in though. Like I was saying before, thinking about a home readiness like kit for fire preparedness, you know, you got a good start with some of the stuff here, and that would be really great to have. I mean, if you lived in a high-rise, man, that would be one of my worries. Like, if I lived in a high-rise, it would be a fire. Like, how the hell do you get out? I know they have fire escapes and stuff like that, but still, that would be something I would freak out about a little bit. And having something like that, you know, that you've got 60 minutes that you can be in a smoky environment, really useful. I like that. The 3-foot fire blanket is the perfect size for storing in a kitchen drawer or other quick access in the event of a cooking fire. It's a fiberglass blanket. Can be used to smother a fire on the stove or to help suppress fire on someone's clothing. If you're using a camp stove on top of a tabletop, it is a good idea to place a fire blanket underneath. Okay, so that is this item. Comes in this pouch right here, bright red, which is kind of nice. And this looks like the same material that the document bag was made out of. It's just quite a bit bigger. Wow, okay. So yeah, you know, let's say you're cooking something and you get a fire going. You know, use this to smother it. The value on that's only 15 bucks. Something else that I think, you know, that seems totally reasonable to me. Man, I'm sure there are a ton of different things that you can do with this. If you have some other ideas of what you could do with this, besides the ones stated here, and to put out a cooking fire, that type of thing. Let me know in the comment section down below. So that's your advanced box, and you know, not really the flashiest stuff, but pretty interesting. Things that I've never really thought about. And like I've said a few times before, that's one thing that I like about being a subscriber to BattlBox. Getting these boxes is, you know, they open up your kind of mind to, you know, different areas that you might be weak on if you are into emergency preparedness. So pretty cool. Okay, so let's move on to the Pro Box. The cost on the Pro Box is $99. And the value is $184.77. So one item in here, it's a $70 item. I don't know about this. I don't know how this could be just, this one item can be $70. Okay, I don't know. I mean, what is this? Throwable Sotera throwable fire extinguisher. Throw directly into fire. So you just throw this into the fire? I mean, how does that work? This is interesting. The fire extinguisher reinvented, Soteria throwable, is a revolutionary new way to fight fires. When a fire occurs, simply throw the ampoule, this, directly into the fire. Upon impact, this shatters. It's like plastic. How does it shatter? I don't get that. That's interesting. Releasing its extinguishing solution into the surrounding area and putting out the fire within seconds. Soteria throwable is light, compact, and requires no prior training to use, making it the perfect firefighting solution for anyone and everyone. For use with ordinary combustibles and flammable liquids. This is really interesting. Easy to use, environmentally friendly, non-hazardous, maintenance free. So you don't have to worry about, you know, checking your fire extinguisher if you have this. Like, let's say you're cooking something, it's extremely greasy, you have like a natural gas stovetop, and a fire lights up over your stovetop and starts getting on your cabinets. I guess you go get this and you step back and chuck it, and poof, evidently the fire goes out. I need to test this out. I can't do it today. I'd love to do it today for you guys, but you know, probably not a good idea in my current situation to start a fire and see if this works. You guys know what I'm saying. Probably not a good idea. So interesting, $70 value. I don't know. I really don't know what to think about this one item. I mean, if it works, that's pretty freaking amazing. And sign me up. Let's get a couple more, right? Man, but that is a steep price. I don't know. It's interesting. That's where I'll leave that at. Okay, so we have one more item in the box, and it's a big item, and it's pretty heavy. This is your Pro Plus item, the knife of the month. And again, the knife of the month is not a knife. So that's a few times so far this year. The knife of the month is not a knife. This is the Timahawk Tactical Tomahawk, $140 value. I've seen some pictures of this. This is the one item that I figured would be in here, but I've never held it. Ooh, that is beefy. Huh, that is really beefy. This is it's pretty interesting. Wow. Sharp. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, you've got basically multiple handles. You got a pry bar, a really nice looking pry bar. That's awesome. This handle, it almost feels like almost like a micarta. I don't know if it is. It It almost looks like a micarta too. I'm not positive what the handle material is on this, but that's a pretty nice handle. It's nice and heavy duty. This is a total fire escape axe tool. I mean, if you were stuck in your house and you needed to cut a hole in a wall to get the hell out of your house so you didn't burn to death, this would do the trick. I mean, this is pretty freaking badass. I really like this. We did recently get kind of something similar, the off-grid tools, like ultimate survival tool thingy mabobber axe that's not supposed to be sharpened. And I gotta be honest, like just the simplicity of this, there are a few tools in it, but just the simplicity of this is something that I like. $140. So let's sum things up. Let's chat about this. Not too many items. That's the first thing that you're gonna notice. But the items are pretty interesting. Like, I can't think of anything that I really don't like. Like, I pretty much like it all. Nothing really, this is pretty damn awesome. I'll just say that right off the bat. But other than that, like nothing super flashy, but some really interesting stuff. The document bag I find really interesting. I'm going to have to do some more research on this water gel burn kit, but on the surface it seems like a no-brainer to have in an emergency kit. And all of this stuff is, stuff that you could build a fire emergency kit, keep in your kitchen in case you have a nasty kitchen fire. It says on the card here, cooking is the #1 cause of household fires. 4 out of 5 fire-related deaths, I can't talk today, occur in civilian homes. So, I mean, that's a pretty sobering statistic. You might not think that. So having a kit, or basically the base items of a kit, in your kitchen, in one of your kitchen cupboards, that if there was a fire in your kitchen, you could have something to help put it out. Whether it's the fire blanket, the throwable fire extinguisher, which this is kind of cool. I kind of really want to test it out. Maybe I'll do that on my next camping trip. Anyways, pretty interesting to have this stuff. I really like this. I don't think it'll stay in my house. I'm definitely thinking about putting this in my vehicle kit, just because I can see so many practical applications for this in a vehicle kit. I mean, it just makes sense. Leave it to BattlBox to put together a pretty decent kit on a theme that has never been done before. Now, last month I did a theme that had never been done before, and I really didn't jive with it. This one I'm jiving with. It's not flashy by any means, but I can see practicality and just good quality items here. Is it worth $150? I would say yes, for the Pro Plus. This is a nice tool. This is really nice. So I do kind of have one complaint. And my complaint isn't centered on this exact item, but it's centered on the knife of the month for the Pro Plus. I'm a knife fiend, basically. I really like knives. I like axes too. But if you're gonna have a knife of the month club, you should probably be putting knives in your knife of the month level, right? So that's kind of one thing. That was a big thing for BattlBox there for a while, really promoting that it was the knife of the month level, And I don't know if they're just kind of stepping away from that, not really emphasizing it as much. But, man, I can think of the Urban Survival. We got that off-grid tool thingy. The next month we got that little dagger, which really in my mind isn't really a knife. Personally, I don't really see that as a knife. Then we got the nuke. Then we got this. Now in the past we've got other things that weren't exactly knives, you know, multi-tools and just, you know, stuff like that. I think so far this year we might have only received one fixed blade. And it used to be you could count on a good fixed blade from BattlBox at least one every 3 months or so. Sometimes you'd get 2 in a 3-month period. So I really hope that you know, we can return to that. Other than that, I'm pretty stoked on this box. Not flashy like I said before, but I think it's really interesting, and it's gonna, you know, really cause me to sit back and think, how prepared am I for a fire in my house? Thanks for watching. I appreciate it when you guys do. If you like the video, click that thumbs up button. If you have something you want to add to the conversation, feel free to do so in the comment section down below. If you're new to the channel, check out some of my other videos. You might like them. Subscribe if you do. I'd really appreciate it. As always, thanks for watching, and thanks for getting out west with Chris.